Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yay, so, definitely not a start at the launch. I ended up having a lot of problems with this whole launcher and lander and all that good stuff. A lot of cracking problems. And I can't seem to solve it no matter how many struts I had. You guys can see there's just like a billion struts on this thing. And just really overall just a lot of problems. But overall I really do hope we can get this thing on the ground. There was a few different things I forgot to mention last episode, at least with the solar panels. I didn't want to connect them up because I wanted to get these on the ground first. It was initial that I was going to get these on the ground first. I wanted to get an episode out for you guys, and it was just a multitude of problems with these. So I decided to launch the solar panels instead and then get these on the next episode. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of setup later on in this episode, just to let you guys know. Alright, that is looking pretty good. I think I should cut it like right here. There we go, perfect. So yeah, I had a little bit of a storm come through. For those of you, the polar vortex that came through the Midwest and up in New York and, you know, the East and everything else, yes, it is not fun. That's all I can say. I am not a big fan of snow. That's all I really can say about that. I mean, I do enjoy frolicking in the snow like just about everyone else, but there's only so much fun to be had in that kind of a situation. And yeah, that's all I can say. That's pretty much where I can leave it at that. But yeah, after, you know, shoveling and stuff, I mean, I'm still kind of in the process of shoveling. Everything's looking fairly good, but, you know, whatever. Well, yeah, so back to this stuff. I ended up kind of coming up with a pretty good design, I think, with at least these connectors, and I really feel like this is going to be probably the best design overall. I mean, I'm having a lot of problems with the Kraken, at least, you know, with this setup as it is, at least for right now. And we're taking off, I think. Or we're just kind of like hovering, at least. We have to be hovering. Yeah, we're pretty much almost hovering. So let's kind of cancel off the speed here, because I feel like we might be getting a little too far away from the target. And yes, we are. So kind of swing this around. I'm probably going to burn a lot of fuel just trying to get this thing really close, but I'm not too concerned with fuel. We do have a little bit to spare. I would say it's a lot more than a little bit, but whatever. So let's just line this up, get it nice and straight. And it looks like we're fairly close. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I think we're kind of close. So I'm going to cover some of these parts once we get down on the surface, and I'm going to do a quick save before I really start covering all that stuff, just to be sure that everything will be fine and saved and everything will be dandy and we don't smash into the surface like I'm about to do. There we go. This is looking pretty good. I don't mind if we're like maybe 200 meters away from the base. That really isn't that great of a distance. Let's get this to a nice... There we go. So I'm gonna level this off real quick and kind of take off just a little bit. And that's looking really good. And we're gonna dump that stage and fire up these engines for the first time this entire trip. And we're gonna kind of precisely move ourselves over a little bit towards the base. I'll get a little bit closer, that way we don't have to worry about much. That's looking good. It's looking really good. So yeah, I don't think I'm even going to use the RCS on here, because I did bring it with us, and I do have them disabled, at least for right now. Perfect. That destroyed itself. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Hopefully the rest is all going to just blow itself up. That would be very, very nice. Alright. And it looks like there's a bunch of debris rolling around down there. I don't know what's going on. And this guy is moving around too. I don't know what happened. So let's just get the speed off here. Alright, looking really good. I'm a little concerned with landing this, only because there is no landing leg, so these things cannot take like a very hard impact at all. Otherwise we're gonna have some really serious problems. Parts we can't use on the surface, which would not be good. There we go. I don't want it to go too slow, but come on, come on. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now what I'm going to do is decouple this, since we're pretty much lined up. Decouple, and just ever so nicely take off here. And actually I think I'm going to need RCS for this, because this will make things a little bit easier, just a smidgen. So let's turn on the RCS and just kind of bump ourselves over. There we go. I don't want these to be too close because I do need to pick them up with a crane, and if this stuff is all too close to each other, then if it's just really close, it's gonna have a lot of problems as far as moving it around and trying to pick up the pieces. So having a little bit of distance between everything is kind of a good thing. So we'll get this over here, and it looks like our frame rate is still pretty good. I'm at like 18 or 19 frames a second right now, which honestly isn't bad. I mean, I've seen a lot worse, but I think once we delete all these spare pieces and stuff like that, all the spare extra junk, we should be fine. But what do I know? I mean, I always say that we're going to be fine, and we never usually end up being fine, but whatever. I'll use the RCS to slow us down a little bit. There we go. Actually, I think I could go like that, then just kind of use the RC. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want to hit the ground too hard, because these docking ports are going to be like basically the first thing that touch the ground. Alright, let's get rid of that. Disable the RCS, and we're going to move over a little bit more for these guys on here, because I don't want them to be all mixed up with everything too. So, turn off these. There we go. There we go. I think we have control. No, there we go. Now we do. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna put these. I think I'm gonna put them over here somewhere. That would make more sense. Alright. So we'll take off ever so nicely. Yeah, that would make more sense to go that way. Is that the right way? What's going on with the SAS here? I don't know what this is. I just hit a button. Yeah, there we go. Shows how much I know about this game sometimes. At least that's the Kerbal Attachment System debug menu, and I have no idea how to operate any of that. Alright, bring this over, come on. We don't really need to be, like, ultra precise, but as long as we can get it in the general area where I want it, I'm pretty much okay with this. Come on. It's gonna take a little while. So yeah, the one thing I will mention, at least for right now, I'll start covering these parts as you guys can see them. Basically, the connecting pieces, these long tube pieces, will be in between modules, and that piece itself is going to be supported by the modules themselves instead of having its own supports. I feel like that's going to be probably the best way to do it. I don't think my old idea as far as having them all having their own separate legs, I don't know if that's going to work out very well. Once again, this is kind of a demo piece. This is the first time I've ever tried it like this, so who knows if it's actually going to work the way I expect it to, but you know, whatever. That's all I can say, is if it doesn't, then we can try something different and just keep moving on from there. But as far as the base construction is concerned, I mean, I'm pretty well experienced with this stuff, so I kind of have an idea on how and what and when to do things, or, you know, all that good stuff, but I just want to make sure that we have the best possible base, or at least the best in my opinion. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. I'm just trying to make sure that we come down somewhat straight. I don't want to come down at any kind of horizontal speeds or on this craft, as well as coming down too fast, because we will be landing basically on docking ports. There we go. So this is looking pretty good. Now these things I should cover a little bit. I'll show you guys more as I'm constructing, but basically you can see that these things have their own source of power. Well, it's not their own power source, but, you know, they have their batteries and stuff on them. It's a little bit like the old design. The only difference is that this is all basically one piece, the entire thing, and these legs are separate basically in the docking ports, and that is about it. Everything else is just one big chunk. All of these guys, this one and this one, they have a command module hooked up to them, but they don't have it hooked up to these individual pieces here. But these ones, they could not be separated out. I could not figure out a way with the welding system, and that, at least that I have, the current version of it, to make this all one piece, because the part would bug out. So that is kind of where it ends with that. So we will decouple, and I'm gonna start on some construction right now. So if you want to watch the construction, it's all gonna be sped up, so enjoy. And we're back, guys. Yeah, so I've been doing this for a little under an hour now, and wow. I've got a lot of editing my way. I definitely have a lot of editing. The one thing I will mention right now is the placement of the solar panels, at least for right now, is not going to be permanent. The only reason why is I had plans for something else to go there, at least for right now, and I might just flip some stuff around, but for right now I'm gonna kind of just keep it where it is, keep these solar panels where they are, until we can get some more stuff down on the surface, and then I'll definitely do some cleaning of shop and kind of move things around. And why don't I have control over this? There we go. But overall, this thing is just insane, guys. That is pretty much the best way I can describe it right now. There's just so much I've been doing right now, and so much I've had to do and get done. Jeb has definitely been a big help, but I did have some problems, as you guys noticed. We're missing a solar panel. Excuse me. We're missing a solar panel, and I ended up snapping off a piece of solar panel. Come on, there we go. This thing is having a little bit of problems with maneuvering. Oh crap, I just dropped it. There we go. That sucks. So, just give me 1 second, guys. I gotta reattach everything. No bueno. There we go, that's more like it. It is all attached up now, but I really hope we don't have any problems. Let's just pull this up a little bit. We don't need to do much. I think 290 should be good. It looks like it's already off the ground a little bit, which is even better. I think I'm just gonna try to just shuffle this thing like right in there without even having to change much. I don't know if... Looks like one end is... Oh god. Yeah, what the heck is going on with that? I have no idea. Oh god. Now it's going this way. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Come on, come back. Come back. I can show you guys a little bit more of this panel though once we get it. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Just pull forward. Come on. Those forces should be taking effect here now. Go on. I think we have it connected. So let's just back this guy away. Hopefully nothing got broken, because I will not be a happy cookie with broken stuff. And apparently, well, at least for right now, we can't repair solar panels in the game, so that option is just kind of gone. So just get this away. We'll slap on the brakes, and let's see what this base has to offer now. 9? No, there we go. So the one thing I forgot to mention, these are radiators, and basically they can reject heat. I believe they're more for if you have like a nuclear reactor or something along the lines of that, and that will basically help out a lot. But the one thing I am going to be doing is I'm probably going to put these solar panels in a little bit different of an area, just because they kind of aren't in the most optimal area. And that wasn't good. I think we lost all our electromagnets there, but I'll fix that. So let's see what this thing looks like during the day. Come on. Oh, I should probably go like that. There we go. So our battery power now, it should be very, very freaking high, which it is. Come on. Daytime. Please. Alright, yeah, these things are still tracking the sun. There's a problem with min-miss, And I've noticed this, but solar panels do not function correctly on the surface. So I ended up choosing these two because they do have a very high output. And, you know, once again, I got this mod basically because of the very high output. Yeah, it looks like our magnets are gone. But anyways, yeah, I got replacement magnets inside here and on the rover and everything else. But everything's looking pretty good. Sorry if you guys weren't so interested in the build portion of this, but my god, guys. Look at what we got right now. This is looking amazing. There are plenty of modules that we need to add. Definitely a lot of stuff that we need to add. So anyways, guys, if you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time.